So how do we do all the things that we do in a day? Well, I thought I would kind of take you along with us for a day around here, just so you can kind of see how it all plays out and yeah, how we get to do all those things that give us joy, as well as getting the jobs done around the place without it becoming too overwhelming. Morning, Cooper. Want this? Good morning, it's Rachel from Bush Edge Homesteading Australia, and activities started for the day. One of the boys is in the shower, hubby's up there cooking some breakfast. I'm just headed outside and throwing the ball for the dog quickly and just having a bit of a quick look around, and I thought I would just kind of introduce a bit of a different video for today, because normally, as you know, we do probably more of the how-to sort of style videos, you know, step by step on how to go about doing an activity. But I often get a lot of questions on how do we do all the stuff that we do and kind of fit it into a day. So I thought it might be cool to show you guys what a day is like around here. And this is, you know, when we spend a day at home, and we do tend to spend quite a few of our days on the property because we like being here on the property. But the reality is, when we have a day like this, everyone's kind of doing stuff, and that includes the boys, you know, hubby's either kind of helping with some of the kitcheny things, or quite often he's outside doing outside projects while I'm doing kitcheny things as well. And yeah, although it seems like we do a lot in a day, between all of us kind of doing bits and pieces, like we do have a lot of fun and chill out time in between it all, as well as getting some of the things done around the property that need to be done as well. So yeah, I thought I would take you along, show you what it's like on a day. So today's a Sunday, not a working day for us, not a school day for the kids. And that means that, yeah, we're all here doing the bits and bobs that we often do around the property. So hopefully you enjoy spending a day with us. I'm going to head upstairs because I reckon hubby's going to be close to finishing breakfast up. And yeah, I think he's doing some bacon and egg sandwiches. So yum. All right, time for brekkie. Thanks a bunch. Alrighty, I got a bunch of things to do today. I know you've got a bunch of things to do today. I've got the cabbages and need to do some sauerkraut, kimchi at the same time as doing the sauerkraut. That box of bananas from the wholesaler a couple of days ago, so I'm hoping they'll be ripe enough now to be able to start working on those. And what are you up to today?
Fixing the greenhouse.
Oh yes, finally going to deal with a hole in the greenhouse, so that is going to be awesome because it's starting to get cold now and I am a bit worried about the chilies and things in there.
We're going to get the fire pit going. We haven't done that for a while. And we're going to cook some meat. Haven't decided what we're going to cook yet. It's going to be what I see, what I like at the time.
Yep.
So we're going to get the fire pit going with the spit. What else are we doing?
I don't know. Actually, I think we need to get a bit of the poop out of the chicken shed. I probably need a bit of help with that. But I did notice they have actually pooped in both of their nests. I know normally they kind of lay in one, poop in the other. And maybe because they've started slowing down the laying for winter, I'm thinking that might be why they're doing that at the moment. But yeah, we definitely still want a spot for them to be able to lay. I think that's a good start for the day. But for now, I think we just chill out, have a coffee, and I'm going to munch on this yummy sandwich you just made, so thanks a bunch. Now that brekkie's done, first thing we need to do is tidy up the kitchen. Now, you've probably seen a lot of the videos we do. The kitchen's already tidy before we start cleaning. It's not always that tidy. So before I do projects, I do like to clean up, and I just find it's easier to have a clean kitchen. But the other thing as well is it also means it's just a more hygienic space as well, which is always super important when you're doing preserving projects. So I'm going to get these away, and then I need to go down, and there's all these jobs you don't even think about, like feeding the biogas, the worms, the compost. So I'll go get rid of all that as well. Yeah, and then we can get into some of the other projects of the day. So what were you just watching?
I was watching a video on bonsai because a while ago, where there was a quince that we found in quince.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just watching how to make a bonsai for it.
Yep.
And I learnt about how if you see like dead branches, you will want to snip them away. You can get like chopsticks and loosen the soil as well. And yeah, it was really interesting because I'm really excited to make bonsai. I think we're working on that project next weekend.
Yeah, we've got to go down to the garden centre and get you a new pot to be able to do that, because we don't have the right pot for a bonsai. But yeah, that'll be next weekend. Alrighty, there you go. Yeah, compost, I'll run that out now, and that way it'll be empty. The biogas, I definitely want to feed that. Worms, there's not much in there, so I'll leave that for now. Might be wondering why I have all the different containers in the kitchen, and that's because different things will work best for different kind of systems to deal with the waste. So with the like eggshells, they don't go so well in the biogas. Definitely onion, garlic, citrus peels and things like that. They all I put in the compost. So that's where these ones are going to go now. Juggling hands. And this one here has a lot more of like food scraps from like eating and stuff. So it's like one of the kids today has not eaten all of their peels. There was a bit of a pudding that I got over Christmas. It was one of those ones that kind of sits on the shelf, and we tried that out last night. It was not good. So yeah, that one is going in the biogas, and all those sugars will turn into some good energy. You kind of see in the bottom there, there's things like banana peels. In fact, there's quite a few banana peels in there. They add a fair bit of potassium to the system, which is really good considering we get the fertilizer out the back. So yeah, that's the sort of stuff that goes into the biogas. Also like meat, anything with sauces and stuff. I tend to put that in here too, because that stuff obviously doesn't go well in your compost. It's not going to go well in your worm farm. With the worm farm, I put things like the like tea bags and stuff like that goes in there, as well as kind of probably a bit of the green kind of organic-y sort of stuff. Yeah. Oh, bones. I think we've got some bones in here. Yeah, chicken bones. Yes, that's kind of representative of the sort of stuff that we put in this one. Alright, just plunge that in, and that'll be another job done. There's the kitchen all nice and clean, and that means we can now get on to the fun stuff. Kimchi, sauerkraut, and we're going to do bananas as well. So are you cool to go grab the box of bananas and bring it in here?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go grab those cabbages. Good work.
How many kilograms is this?
I got 15, but I've already done a few other things with it. So these are the bananas that you're going to be working with. And what I'll probably do is if I can get you to work on one pile, and I'm going to work on another pile. We'll take those ones. And that one. And that one. And I'll get you both a chopping board and a knife. And it's just the normal thing, you know, the slices that we do?
Yeah.
And then laying them out
Mhm.
until they are all done. And while you guys are working on that, Dad and I are going to do the kimchi and the sauerkraut. Doing a good job. And how are you going over here?
Good. I'm just imagining when we're taking it out of the dehydrator, just putting 2 into a jar and 1 into my mouth.
Maybe I'll put them in the jars, hey?
No, my job.
All right, for the sauerkraut, I need my container. Sometimes I use a 20-litre plastic grade one. Where have I put it? Under here. But today I'm going to do a bit of a smaller batch. So, whoops. What am I smashing? Yeah, oh good. No, that's all right. Just metal stuff, nothing breakable. All right, so today we're going to use this one here, which is one of the 11-litre. These are food grade containers, so that is kind of important if you're doing things like sauerkraut. Obviously, you're getting a bit of acidity kind of building up in there as well, so you want something that's going to be food safe like this one. If you're doing a huge batch, the 20-litre ones are good. You can also use like mason jars and jars that have like little kind of fermenting valves and stuff like that. Some people use the, actually I have one here, crocks. It's a crock I was kind of gifted, but yeah, I didn't have a lot of success with the crock, so I don't tend to use that. Today we're going to do the sauerkraut with this one here. But I also, once I get my yoga therm out of the way, need to grab, oh gosh, see, now you're seeing the real chaos that happens around here. I need to grab out of here the muddler out of my fermentation kit. So can I do this holding on to you guys? Probably not. Oh, that would be that one there. You guys are doing awesome. Now, I probably should mention that if you haven't seen the process of doing the dehydrated bananas before, we do have a totally separate video on that, and that kind of goes through times and temperatures and what it looks like kind of throughout the dehydration process and what it looks like when they're done as well. So if you are interested in making these and you want a bit more detail, I'm not going to go through all the detail in this video today because we're obviously going to cover a bit that we go through today. I would recommend checking that one out. Now, as with all fermenting projects, it's really important just to give everything a decent wash beforehand. It doesn't have to be sanitized. Sometimes I do kind of run some of my gear through the, like when I'm doing mason jars and stuff, through the baby bottle to kind of sterilize, and I do have good success when I do that, but obviously I can't do the same thing when I'm using the big containers like this. So I do want to make sure that I give it a really good clean first. I just want to reduce the chance of, you know, any chance of like mold and stuff like that potentially happening. This one here is pretty dedicated to doing sauerkraut projects. In fact, I probably should wash that off so I don't confuse myself. I actually wrote on the top of it last time. So the last batch I did was back in August of last year. So yeah, it's been a little while, but we did a huge batch, and I do tend to do huge batches, and we do that so that things do last a while. I've been doing this, I can hear a bit of motion outside, and it looks like hubby has started pulling out the plastic to fix the top of that greenhouse. So that's often the sort of thing that's going on around here. Like, we'll be doing stuff in one area, someone will be doing something in another area, and then it all comes together and a whole bunch of stuff is done. So yeah, pop outside in a little bit and see how he's going. And at one stage I'll be pulling him in here as well, because yeah, he is absolutely essential when I do the sauerkraut, because yeah, he's a much better chopper when it comes to doing big quantities than I am. So we've just got the plastic done. I'm just going to give these cabbages a bit of a wash. And then are you free to help me with a bit of chopping? Yeah. Thanks. Oh, that's the last one done. And we ended up with 8 cabbages all washed up and ready to be made into kimchi and sauerkraut. Okay, so for the kimchi we need 1 of the big cabbages, probably the biggest one, and that'll just go straight into here the bits about that wide. The other one, I'll just get you to shred fine like we normally do. And this has already been washed up, so it'll go straight into there. So this is the one for the kimchi. Probably noticing this one, it's probably about, what, 1 inch, 3 centimetres sort of slices. We like a little bit fatter for the kimchi, whereas you'll see in a second, the sauerkraut, we do a little bit thinner than these pieces. Now, again, we've got a video. If you want to see how to do kimchi, we're not going to do like a full how-to in this one, but we do have a step-by-step so that you can give this a go too. Love, love, love doing kimchi because it's delicious, but it's actually a really super quick and super easy ferment as well. Done, I can start salting that while hubby gets on with cutting that one for sauerkraut. No, here is another reality of one of our days, and that is I've got a little bit of the cooking salt, which is the naturally evaporated sea salt, which is non-iodized. Last time I got an order, they sent me out iodized salt, so I don't actually have enough of the non-iodized for fermenting here. I've just done a check through all these ones because I thought I had some. I'm just going to check the study, but if not, I might be doing a quick run to the shop. Ooh, I have some. Thank goodness for that. All right, so it's about 1/4 cup just to salt this at the start. And yeah, just work that in with the hands. And hubby is still going with cutting up cabbage for sauerkraut. And the kids are still going with the bananas, aren't you guys?
Yeah, just chopping away.
Although you guys are doing really well, you're nearly finished.
Yeah, not many bananas left.
First lot of the sauerkraut cabbage going in, 2.25 kilos. And to that we'll put in, 3 tablespoons of salt. I'll start working the salt onto that as hubby keeps on cutting more cabbage. I reckon probably only one more lot is gonna fit in here, but we'll see how we go. I can't remember like how many we got in last time because the wombok does go a little bit different to regular cabbage. Now, you're not going to find you're not going to find a video on making the sauerkraut on the channel yet because I haven't actually done a full video step by step on how to go about doing this one. I did think about doing it with this lot of cabbages that we got, but we are using the wombok cabbages, which is also called Napa cabbage in some areas of the world, as you're probably noticing. When I do the one that I'll show you step by step, I'll do it with regular cabbage because I do tend to prefer it with normal cabbage. I find with this type of cabbage that it is a little bit softer. The last lot we did with it was with this as well, and it is perfectly fine. Like I got these cabbages super cheap, which is why I went for these ones and not the other sort of cabbage. Some of the normal cabbages are crazy expensive at the moment. I think it was like about $16 the other day I was going to pay for a cabbage, which was just absolutely crazy. Anyway, we'll keep chopping, keep salting. The kids, as you can probably hear in the background, are also just finishing up their chopping of the bananas.
Wow.
You're all good, Goose. And yeah, once these are all salted up, we'll be able to get on to a couple of other projects. chuck it in?
Yep.
Good work, guys. Alright, so that's all the bananas done. I'll start that up. Do you guys just want to go have a bit of chill out time for a bit?
Yeah.
Alright, so your dad has actually gone outside to start the fire if you want to go check out what he's up to.
Can we grab the marshmallows?
You can grab the marshmallows in a little bit. The other thing that I need to do in here before I can head outside is I've got to chop up the radish to pop in the bowl for the kimchi. I do just want to give this a little bit more of a bash because it's started releasing some of the liquid, as you can kind of see here, but I want enough brine to cover all of this, so I'll give it a little bit more time so that the salt can draw some of that juice out of our cabbages to see if there is enough brine. If not, I'll just top it up with a little bit extra, and I also still need to put a brine bag on top of this as well before putting the lid on. And as you can probably tell, the kitchen is a bit of a disaster now, and that means I also need to do a quick cleanup again before heading outside. And it looks like it's a beautiful day out there, so I'm looking forward to getting outside. You looking forward to going outside too?
Yep.
Cool. I'll see you there in a minute. So hubby's been busy getting the fire ready. You ready to ladle up? Alright, I've been back up in the kitchen. I've just put the brine bag in the sauerkraut. I'll put that lid on properly in a minute, and then that will go and ferment for probably about the next 6 weeks. It's pretty cool this time of year. This one is still the kimchi in the making. I've got the Korean radish in there now. That's probably going to sit for about another hour and a half until I get on to the next stage with the paste. The bananas, they're actually on. I don't think I showed you that before after the boys finished up. So they're dehydrating on 57 degrees. And yeah, that's pretty much all the kitchen-y sort of stuff sorted. I've also done a bit of a cleanup. Actually, I've still got a few other little bits to tidy up, but I can pretty much go outside. Whew. It has turned into an absolutely magnificent day while I was inside. Look at that blue sky. Now, there's a couple of things I need to get rid of from all of that work that we did inside. As you can probably see in the box here, there is a whole heap of banana peels, and I'm going to pop those mainly, actually I think I'll put them all in the compost, but there was also this cabbage, and I know it probably doesn't look too bad on the camera, but it had the biggest, most disgusting bug in that one, so, and it kind of like pooped and stuff all in it, so I do want to chuck that to the chickens, so that'll be a nice little treat for the chooks. Alright, let's get rid of, all the paper can go in there, as well as all these banana skins. That'll add a bit of goodness into the pile, and I'll probably get hubby just to give all that a bit of a turn a little bit later when he comes past. He's got better muscles for that sort of stuff than me. Alright, over to the chooks. Come on, Coops. Alrighty. Hello, girls. Hey, chooks. Does anyone else say hey, chooks when they see their chooks? Seems to be something we've always done. I don't know if it's weird. Hey, girls. Now, it looks like a chicken has been massacred in here at the moment, but it's because it is winter. Well, it's almost winter, and the chickens are way molting at the moment. So, yeah, that's why it looks bad. But all chickens are accounted for. Hey, chooks. Chooks. Ooh, didn't like me throwing that, did you? I don't think they're too interested in this. And you know what? That's probably because there is so much greens in here. They're also probably not too interested because I opened up the quail enclosure yesterday. We've been having an issue where mice and rats had kind of got in there. In fact, check this out. They have actually bitten through the wire. How crazy is that? Rats and mice can be a bit of an issue for quail, so what we've done for the time being is we've actually got our last little quail, because all of them did get quite old, and then, you know, we did lose those couple in that fox attack as well. So there's only one left, and we've put her in that enclosure down there for a bit of safety. As I mentioned today, there is a bit of a job to be done, and that is to clean out down in here. What normally happens is we've got a couple of nesting boxes for the chickens, and they normally poop in one. Oh, that's this one. Oh, interesting. They've put an egg in it today. They normally do not lay in there. Normally what they do is they poop in this one, and this one here is the nesting one that they normally kind of lay in. But we've not been getting much in the way of eggs over the last week, so it's kind of surprising. There is that one, and I will grab that one. But what we need to do is we actually need to clean both of these out again, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they kind of continue to lay in this one and poop in this one maybe now, or vice versa, or both. Who knows? It's winter. They're doing some different and interesting things at the moment, so irregardless, we'll clean it out, and yeah, they'll have the choice of what they do with their nesting boxes. What I like to do when we're down here is just make sure that they've still got feed in the grandpa feeder. Don't have to fill that up too often. That's one of the luxuries of having this type of feeder. But if we did, feed is in here. But that is not a job to be done today. Hey girl. You come to say hello? What is that? Oh, banana. You didn't want the cabbage, but you'll go the banana. I'm going to give this one a bit of a wash, because as you saw, it's pretty dirty. Try not to wash the eggs if they are clean. You want to keep the bloom on them and they'll last for longer, but when they're dirty like this, I do wash them. So yeah, like quite often you see people going, wash eggs or don't wash eggs. I don't think there is one correct answer for that, because sometimes it's wash and sometimes it's don't wash. But because I've washed this one, once that's dry, that I will pop in the fridge. All right, I need to go now and check the fire. Hubby has asked me to keep a bit of an eye on the fire, because he's had to pop out to go get some stuff from the hardware, and he has also gone to the shop as well. So yeah, he's doing one trip out and he'll go do all those things. Oh, nice. Getting some flame on that now, which is good, because I think he was a bit worried about it before he left, that it wasn't really kicking off too well this morning. And you do need a good bed of coals to be able to do what we're going to do this afternoon, and that is cook a spit. So yeah, hopefully that really starts cranking now, and I'll just keep adding a bit of wood if I need to. I don't think I really need to do too much to that at the moment. Yeah, so what else? You know what? I actually reckon it's probably time to sit down, have a cuppa and just chill out for a bit. But yeah, I'll keep a bit of an eye on the fire. I'll just feed it every so often, and then hubby will come back with the goods. He'll probably want a bit of a chill out at that stage as well. And then I reckon we might get on to fixing that hole in the roof, which if you've been following along for a while, you'll know that's been there for a while. Really got that taken off now. Obviously been too long since having a fire, because I've been crook. Haven't really been up to being around smoke, and yeah, weeds have started growing in here. So I'll tell you what, I'm definitely looking forward to having a bit of a spit today. Bit of chill out time by the fire. Yeah. Yep.
Flint and steel.
Yep. We didn't use that for the fire today though, did we?
No.
Oh, look who's home. You got goodies? Oh, thanks, bud. Appreciate that. Oh, well look, the fire's really going well now. Alright, I need to start the paste for the kimchi. Although I'm getting smacked in the foot by something, aren't I, bud? So the kids are just mucking around. Hubby is actually about to get some chicken going for the spit. And yeah, as I said, I need to get the paste going for this kimchi. Busted.
Oh no.
This is why we need to make more banana chips, isn't it? Mm. You want to show us what they look like? Mm-hmm. And disappear? Yeah. We filled it up a bit today, didn't we?
Yep.
Are you going to go do the worms for us?
Yep.
Thanks, bud. Alright. Oh, that is getting a bit full at the moment, isn't it?
Got a lot of persimmon, fig tops.
Yeah. Lots of good stuff for worms in there. I'm a bit sad. We had a couple of our cucumbers go slimy. That's okay. I think we've still got one more in the garden for the year. Anyway, all done. All right, we need to flatten that out and then we'll pop the lid on. Now that is a chicken.
Kilo chicken.
2.3.
Biggest one I could find.
Yum. And Dad?
Yep. And help. I'm putting a few of these mixed herbs onto the chicken.
So you're doing lamb as well?
Yep. Tomorrow night I was seeking souvlaki's, so I could cook it tonight with the nice smoky flavour, and then tomorrow night easy dinner because the boys will be doing after school stuff, which means this will be quick easy dinner for tomorrow.
Yep. Actually, do you know what's quite hilarious? Because I'm filming you right now, I'm seeing that you've got lamb that you're deboning, and then right next to it, you've got your pruners.
That's because we just got the sprigs of rosemary out of the garden to go in the middle of it.
Tell you what, the cat's got his eye on the lamb. Cooper doesn't miss out, does he?
Nope. And now he's going to go bury it in the garden.
Yeah. I'm going to do a bit of a clean up in here, finish off that kimchi over there, and hubby is getting a bit of a start now on the greenhouse, and then I reckon after that both of us can sit, have a drink and watch that meat spin for a while.
And eat marshmallows.
And eat marshmallows, yeah, that's a good idea too. Finally time to get the paste. Spring onions in the kimchi. Now that's all rinsed out. All those bits of onion. So that was all picked out of our garden this morning, which was another thing we did, but I don't think we actually showed that before. Anyways, there's our paste. That all goes in. And yes, I'm using gloves because this is chili and it burns if you scratch your eye at a later time. Guess how I know?
From experience.
Yes, that is the answer. The question is, will it all fit? Because depending on the cabbage, sometimes it all fits and sometimes we need another little jar. Now we wait. It's 1:40. Things like the bananas are still going, they'll go for ages. Kimchi's done, sauerkraut's done. Hubby is outside, either pottering around with the fire or working on the greenhouse, I think I'm going to pop back outside there. Kitchen's fairly clean again, which is good. I feel like we've cleaned it a few times together today. Dishwasher's going, a few things to go in with the next load. The kids are just chilling out for a bit, aren't you, bud? You on your iPad?
Yeah, I'm just watching the TV.
Yeah, because the reality is, even though we do lots of stuff around here, you still love your gaming and your TV and stuff like that too, don't you?
Yeah, just having a break.
Yeah, chilling out for a bit.
Just finished lunch.
Yeah, you've had lunch. Yeah. All right, I reckon I'm going to head outside, see what hubby's up to.
I'll join you in a bit.
All right, cool bananas. All right, you have fun. Thought you'd be out here working on this.
Yep.
I pretty much finished up inside.
Well, hopefully this will come apart.
Awesome. Tell you what, that's starting to look good. Go down and have a closer look in a sec. But I tell you what, I am excited that we are finally going to get that hole in the roof sorted. So hubby is off to get a couple of bits and bobs from the shed that he needs. You always need something from the shed when you do one of these projects. And yeah, I'm going to go down and have a look at that meat. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. Let's come around the other side. Oh, yummo. Now, I should probably mention that the fix that we're going to do today for this roof, it is a bit of a kind of stopgap kind of fix, similar to what we've done in the past inside here. You can probably see this back corner here of the greenhouse. We've actually done the same thing in the past. We used this plastic kind of sheeting. It's really hard. Hubby got that from Bunnings, I think it was, and I can't remember the name of what it is if you're looking for that as well. But he did a bit of a temporary fix with that where he just siliconed it in quite a while ago now, and it's actually held quite well. And you can see through it, which is really cool too. Whereas you can see these older panels, they've kind of got a bit opaque over the years. That was supposed to be a temporary fix, and because it's held quite well, we've never actually really got back to doing anything more with it. The material that we're using today for the roof is actually some leftovers from when he did that project, so the idea is just to kind of do the same there. And who knows, the stopgap fix that we had for here, and now will be for here, may end up being the permanent fix if it actually holds. On days like today, I also like just kind of meandering around the garden. And quite often as I'm walking around, just kind of pulling out weeds, I will say this area here has got pretty out of control. So I've kind of given up on doing that too much in that area. But, you know, over here, this is where we have actually planted now, and we've got all the garlic. So I do want to make sure that that stays nice and weed free. So whenever I see things growing in here that shouldn't be, it's nice to pull those. It means it won't get out of control for later. Definitely easier to do when it's small. And what's kind of cool is I'm starting to see lots of garlic in here. So it's also just a good way of kind of keeping an eye on what's going on. Look at that. That's our garlics peeking up. Things are growing. So it's cool to be out here and actually see that. And it's also just nice to be out and kind of appreciate whatever flowers are growing. Dahlias are still going beautifully. Look at that. If I'm stuck inside all the time, I'm not going to be out here appreciating these beautiful, beautiful flowers in the garden. But I will say, also when I walk around, I'm always seeing projects that need to be done. Can't help myself. And yeah, I really need to pull things that are the kind of summer things that have stopped growing well. Like the zucchini here, that's very, very, very much done. Those Cape gooseberries have got to come out as well. And pumpkins, yeah, they're dying back. So there might be a few projects for next weekend. Not every day is a day of doing projects. You know, like some days we do just kind of sit around and enjoy the place, and you know, it's just the normal chores that need to be done on the property. And other days we go out and about and we might do things with family or with friends. I spent the other day going for a walk with a friend and, you know, out to the shops and stuff like that. you know, other days is work days, so we're definitely out and about on those work days. And other days, like yesterday, we were out at a family's wedding, and you know, it was a bit of a family day. So yeah, all days are different, but yeah, today is kind of the sort of stuff we love doing when we're around here, and we get the opportunity to have a whole day to do stuff here. You got your materials. Looks like you're assessing your meat.
They look good, eh?
They're looking really good.
I might need to lift them.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Bit of crap built up in there.
The original silicone that was used. Next week.
That's all right. I think I got the easy part. Oh, you want your ball? Alrighty, here it is. Is that in the channel? Did that just fit?
It fits. I don't like the fact that I've bent this
Oh, it's alright.
That.
I don't reckon that's the end of the world. Well, it fits, so time to glue it in. You're just using... What are you using?
I'll show you. Yeah, it's a silicone and a glue.
Woohoo! Well, it's got to dry, but that is no longer a hole in the roof of the greenhouse. Woohoo! Just in time for winter. What do you reckon, husband? Beer o'clock?
Yep.
And I reckon it's marshmallow o'clock.
Marshmallow o'clock. I reckon you might get away with a marshmallow or two now. Do you want to go get your brother? Yep, beer o'clock. Time to watch the meat spin. Time to eat some marshmallows.
Yep.
And I reckon we've got a lot done considering it's only 2:30. Which means rest of the day, pretty much chill out time now. Right, I've been told because I cracked the beer that my youngest wants to crack the marshmallows.
Slow. Who bit the marshmallow?
Nobody bit the marshmallow. All right, you gonna toast it up?
Yep. You might want to hold that because I don't want to spill.
Yeah.
Here comes my brother as well. He'll probably get one.
All right, toasting time.
Try not to cop a fistful of smoke.
You like a lot of colour on your marshmallows, don't you?
Yeah. It's like when it's almost dark and it's not there. It's like golden.
They call that caramelised.
I didn't know that. Oh no, oh no, oh
Just
Ah,
yours on
yes.
fire. Ooh, yours is going brown.
no. It's out.
No, that's not caramelised. That's
That's
a
not
little
dark.
bit blackened. That's a different
If
thing.
that was this one is an actual good marshmallow.
Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It's sugar, so it's tasty.
So you just popped on a bit of extra wood?
Yeah, the cherry wood. So these are all from when we prune our cherry trees and our fruit trees. and I save certain ones, and these are from the cherry tree. And what I do is I just put it on the edge of the fire, and then I'll pull it away a bit so it's smoky and it gives it the flavour.
And they are starting to look amazing. So the kids have headed off now. They're doing their own thing, just chilling out for the arvo. And we're chilling out for the arvo. Yeah, it's just chill out time. Afternoon's been passing. And the meat's starting to darken up. We haven't really been doing much else, have we? Nope. It's not a bad way to spend an afternoon, just watching the meat spin. Because that is looking pretty good. It's looking super incredible now. It's got to, I think it's like 4 o'clock. And that means the sun is kind of dropping. And at this time of the year, because we're in the valley, it gets dark kind of quick. The boys are off grabbing some sticks for the fire. And it's just about time to light the fire inside. Good job. Thanks a bunch, boys. So you're working on the sides?
Yep.
So what do we got?
Brussels sprouts, potatoes, and
Nice. Bit of the tallow going in.
yep. Add some flavour.
Yeah. That is one delicious fat. So we were sitting here watching the meat spin. Hubby was just talking about how this lamb is for some souvlaki's tomorrow night, which is Monday night. And we're just starting to think about weekday dinners when we're working. And souvlaki's is going to be a nice and easy one. But that got me thinking as well that we've got some green tomatoes in the garden at the moment. And I don't think they will kind of last with the weather we're having over the next couple of days, because it's going to be quite rainy and horrible, and I'm thinking the bugs will get into these. So if I can pick these now and take them inside, they should be good for some nice fried green tomatoes during the week. And there is one more cucumber. I thought there was one more out here, so I can go in the bowl as well. There's a few more over here as well. Yep. Definitely the end of the season, but for green tomatoes, these will do the trick. Oh, there's a couple of good ones under there. Ooh, score. It's even a red one. And a couple more here, although a lot of these have started splitting now. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be any good, but that one looks all right. And what else have we got? Actually, that one will be all right as well. And that one. Happy days. do the trick for a meal, so I'll take that upstairs. I'll give them a bit of a wash up and I'll pop them in the fridge for when I want to use them during the week. And that is looking just about ready. In leisure mode now. Switch to Crocs. All done?
Yep.
So that one's all done, and that will go in the fridge for tomorrow. Ooh, look at that chicken. Boys, dinner! What do you reckon? Whew. Smoked to perfection as always, husband. And as always, you fed me too much. So that's going to be my lunch for work tomorrow. Well, that's pretty much it for our day. Time to put the feet up. Jammies are on, Woodie's on. And now we're just going to watch a bit of telly for the night for the next couple of hours. It's after 6:30, so the boys do their gaming time as well. And yeah, we're just going to leave you here, guys. And thanks a bunch for joining as always. Catch you later. Night, everyone.